In the beautiful city of Asaba, there lived a very beautiful girl named Candy. Candy is a very beautiful, tall, fair lady. She was a marketing analyst in a very big company. Candy was doing well for herself. She had friends everywhere. In fact, Candy was a social butterfly. Wherever Candy finds herself, she socializes with everybody and anybody. Candy was a kind of person that could meet someone today and automatically become friends with the person the next day. She loved attention and she always got attention. Candy was dating a very handsome man named Ejike. Ejike is an accountant. He was doing well for himself. He and Candy had known way back university. Everything was going on well for them. Ejike had given Candy various kinds of rings, from will you be my girlfriend ring to promise ring to so many rings, anniversary rings. The rings kept on coming. Candy was okay with it. Ejike was treating her well. Ejike loved her. Ejike cherished everything about her. Not just that Ejike loved and cherished her. Ejike's parents also knew her. So she was rest assured that she was going to get married to Ejike. In fact, she was already doing the whole wifely duties. She was already coming to the house, cooking for Ejike, doing everything that a wife should do. The only thing she never does was to wash anybody's clothes. She hates washing clothes because she loved her pedicure intact. Her nails, that's just it for her. But one day, while she was in the office, a colleague of hers had invited her for her cousin's wedding. Candy didn't want to go initially, but she just told herself, what's the big deal? Wherever I'm not buying a shape or anything, I can just quickly breeze in and breeze out. On getting to the church, she was surprised because this church was the same church her boyfriend goes to. But she just told herself it can be anybody getting married. It can still be anybody bearing Ejike. But while they sat down and waited for the wedding ceremony to take place, lo and behold, Ejike walked to the altar waiting for his bride to enter the church. Candy could not believe her eyes. There she was sitting down and her boyfriend or her fiancé is getting married. How come she never knew? And while she was still trying to understand what was going on, probably something happened. Maybe she tried to cajole him into getting married to her. And she turned and saw Ejike's parents seriously excited that their son was getting married to this lady. And then she understood that she was nothing to Ejike and his family. She was just one regular girl. She was just one of the eggs he could pick from. She wasn't even the wife. She was just a plain wife. This broke Candy. She held herself while she was sitting in the church. She had promised herself not to misbehave. She had told herself that she couldn't belittle herself in presence of so many people because of Ejike. Was Ejike even worth the embarrassment? She walked out of the church, but these thoughts never left her. It got that bad that Candy became depressed. She had given Ejike 5 good years of her life and Ejike just straight to the dust. Can you imagine? It's his audacity. No breakup, nothing at all. He just decided on his own to get married to some other lady, leaving her like that. But Candy just wanted to understand. Did Ejike see her? No, she wasn't sure. She had told herself that she was going to wait. Wait to see if Ejike was going to call. Wait to see if Ejike was going to say something like, just give a proper breakup. Let she be the one to tell him, oh, I know you were cheating. Oh. But after that wedding, she just noticed that Ejike blocked her line. More like as if Ejike knew she came for the wedding. In fact, she wasn't even sure what had happened. Ejike blocked her automatically. Candy decided to pick the pieces of her life. Obviously, she had already given Ejike 5 solid years of her life. And those years of her life had gone down the drain. She was heartbroken. She was depressed. She had decided on her own that she was going to pick the pieces of her life. She was going to try to fix the puzzle. She was going to try to forget everything about Ejike. But little did she know that life wasn't going to be easy. With the passing days, it felt like everyone was in a serious relationship. apart from her. All her friends had something nice to say about her boyfriends, and the ones that were married, were living their best life. Her sisters, all living their best life. She was the only one, heartbroken, with no proper breakup, no word, nothing at all. Candy tried to juggle this life. She tried her possible best. She tried not to show the emotion. She didn't want everybody to start telling her, oh, sorry. Oh, he didn't get married to you again. Sorry, we told you. And so whatnot. She tried to hold herself. One day, Candy had a serious and intense back pain. She had gone to the pharmacy. They had prescribed some medications for her. But this back pain, it wasn't going at all. So she decided to pay a visit to the hospital. And the moment she was done with her section, she was about to leave the hospital, she had bumped into this young, handsome, tall Prince Charming. He was a medical doctor in the same hospital. Candy quickly apologized to him, to which he did. This man caught the attention of Candy, and Candy also caught his attention. And he quickly said, I'm sorry. I hope I don't sound rude, but please can I have your number? Candy looked at him, smiled, but did not want to say anything. She just asked, why do you want my number? This handsome young man, Frederick, told her, I'm sorry to say, but I don't want to sound rude, but I really admire you. Not just your look, but I admire you. Candy dropped her number politely. He was a medical doctor. One day, someday, she might need his help. So she politely dropped her number. And with the passing days, Frederick constantly checked up on her. He sent her WhatsApp messages, text messages, gifts, chocolates. Frederick was just the perfect man. Good night messages, good morning messages. Hello dear, how you doing? Hello dear, how was your day? Hello dear, have you had lunch? Hello dear, have you had dinner? The memory of Ejiki just suddenly left because Frederick was filling the boxes. He had it all. The physical appearance, check. The look, check. Everything, check, 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 check. He was very polite with the way he sent his messages. He wasn't saying sexy, pretty, and all, hello dear, very, very mannered. Candy gradually became interested in him. She started showing interest with his text messages, reciprocating his gifts. Whenever he invited her for dinner, she made herself available, looking all sweet and nice. And it didn't take long. Candy and Frederick started dating. The relationship was perfect. Frederick kept on spending on Candy. He poured out money like it meant nothing to him. He poured out money like his father owned the hospital. Her friends, they were really amazed, and they asked her, Candy, who did you say you are dating again? And Candy said, a medical doctor. They were amused. They were like, wow, a medical doctor. Can I see his picture or something? Can you introduce him to us? Let's get to know this medical doctor. Candy told them, don't worry. I'm going to tell him that my friends want to see him. And the moment he accepts, so be it, you girls will see him. So Candy told Frederick that she would love to introduce him to her friends, her cycles, the people that mattered to her. Yes, she was good with everybody, but these are people that had always been there for her. To which Frederick obliged. He told her, whenever you want, I'll make myself available. To which Candy had invited him for a lunch date with her friends. The moment her friends saw him, they couldn't stop staring. They kept on looking at him. Frederick didn't stay long. He just quickly greeted them, introduced himself, paid for their lunch, even paid for takeout, and left. And the moment he left, her friends couldn't stop screaming. Annabelle quickly asked her, Candy, where did you see this one from? And Candy asked, what happened? Annabelle said, he's hot. Like, he has everything, the look, the body, everything. Does he have a cousin brother? Does he have a junior brother? Senior brother? Anyone, just tell me. Candy couldn't stop laughing. And she asked Annabelle, so do you think his brother, his cousin, or anybody from his family will look like him? Annabelle say, I think so, obviously. If he's built in such a manner, then his brother obviously should be like this. The guy is giving everything. Her friends couldn't just stop praising Frederick. He looked handsome in all ways. Physically, spending money, he was very good at pouring out cash. But one of her friend, Noella, she wasn't okay with it. Noella kept on giving it this dissatisfaction kind of look and feeling. She was like, you say he's a medical doctor. You say he's a surgeon. Are surgeons this rich? The other day you said he got you a car. The other day you said he got you a bag. Those restaurants we are sitting in, it's not cheap at all. Is his father the owner of the hospital? How come he's paying out huge amounts of money like this? Other friends quickly hushed Noella and said, please, 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 please. Please. Probably he takes other job. Probably he's not just working in that hospital. Just don't. It's okay there. We should be happy for her. She had found someone. You knew how Ejike just discarded her like a dustbin or what? Please. So the friends were all excited for her, and Noella kept her mouth shut. And it didn't take long. Frederick proposed to Candy. The proposal, it was done in a very beautiful way. Everything she ever dreamt of, the way she had looked forward to her proposal, the way she had told her friends she wanted her proposal to be, that was exactly what Frederick did for her. The red carpet, the red roses, the ring, obviously a diamond ring. Everything Candy had looked forward to, Frederick was giving it to her. In fact, with Frederick, she was living her dream. Like, she was walking the way she wanted to walk. Walking on hills, never feeling stressed or pressured in any way. Any day she returned from work feeling exhausted, Frederick was going to massage her feet. The way he massaged the feet, obviously she was going to sleep off. Frederick was the perfect man. In fact, everyone saw him as the perfect person. He was the God sent for Candy. Her family, everyone Candy knew Frederick, obviously, and he was the perfect person for Candy. Their level of communication was top-notch. There were arguments, but the arguments never lasted because Frederick was matured-minded. He knew when to end a serious argument. He knew how to apologize. He knew when to hug. He knew what to do in order to not to make this argument escalate. Her friends really loved her relationship. They were happy for her. And few months down the line, Frederick was already talking about marriage. He wanted to take this whole relationship to a whole different level. He had already proposed to her. So why the wait? Why making her Lord of the Ring he had told her? Why wait 1 year, 6 months when we can get married now? Candy was living her best life. She had told her friends to come follow her for her wedding gown shopping. Everything she wanted was just happening the way she had planned it to be. Her friends followed her for this wedding gown shopping. They had fun, drinking champagne, praying for her, wishing her well, wishing her a perfect home. And 1 week to the wedding, Candy had sent her friends her pre-wedding pictures. She wanted them to choose the best picture, the one she was going to use in the church. And while Noella was going through the pictures Candy had sent to her, a colleague of hers walked up to tell her something and quickly saw the picture. And she was like, who are these couples? But when she looked closely, she said, who is the girl? And Noella looked at her and said, that's my friend Candy. I thought you know her. But this colleague of hers was giving this kind of irritating look. Your friend getting married to this guy? And Noella said, what happened? Do you know him? He's not on social media. In case someone is faking to be him, he's not on social media. He only has WhatsApp. And this colleague of hers, Anita, looked at Noella and said, do you know why he's not on social media? Because he has other things doing. And he doesn't want anybody to catch him. So I know him now. My friends know him. Everyone, who doesn't know this sugar zaddy. When I was lost, what do you mean? You know, people tend to look alike. Are you sure he's the one? And Anita quickly brought her phone and opened a particular site and showed it to Noella. Lo and behold, that was Frederick. Frederick was a porn star. Noella was confused. First, she was even irritated watching what Frederick was doing. Noella was just irritated with everything. The moment her colleague showed her, she quickly asked for everything about the site and she wanted to go and show it to her friend, Candy. Her colleague quickly gave it to her. Obviously, no one should fall into such a trap in the name of marriage. When Noella had collected all necessary information from her colleague, she quickly clocked out for the day, went straight to Candy's house. She didn't want to delay in any way and showed it to Candy. While Candy watched these videos, tears couldn't stop dropping. Frederick was ready to sleep with anybody and anything. Men, women, young, old, provided they were pouring the cash. Frederick slept with every living thing. She had even watched a video where Frederick was sleeping with two ladies and a man was waiting behind to be serviced. Candy couldn't believe her eyes. But the marriage was done. She told Noella thank you and asked her to leave, that she needed to process this information. She needed time to actually understand what was going on. After Noella left, she asked herself, what is the meaning of this? Probably, if Frederick had told her, she would have forgiven him. How can he keep her in the dark? Just imagine if she had gotten married to him. What would people see her as? What would people see her family as? Can you imagine? So the money he has been spending on me is not gotten from his work. It was not gotten from his place of work. He had something else doing. But she didn't know how to tell it to her family. She didn't know how to tell it to anybody. She begged Noella to keep it a secret. But with the passing days, she kept on asking herself, how was she going to break up? Frederick has been the perfect man. He listens to her. He cared for her. He understood everything about her. Was he faking it all along? Probably he just needed someone to fit in the picture as a wife. What was she going to do? How was she even going to tell him that she needed to end the relationship? What reason was she going to give? Was she just supposed to say it outrightly? Oh, I have found out that you're this or that. Candy is still in the process of knowing what to say to Frederick. Hello, besties. I would like you to share what you think Candy should say to Frederick in order to break up with him properly, as she doesn't want to mention the fact that she knows that he's a porn star. What do you think she should say? Do you think she should go on with the relationship because she's having a double mind? He had always cared for her. He had always listened to her. And you know that Frederick is playing with her emotion. So please and please share whatever you think Candy should say in order to make this breakup a perfect breakup. Will still remain your favorite storyteller, Zika. Please, I would like you to share your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share our stories to your loved ones. So we'll see you again in our next story. Bye for now.